So it can, although we're cultivating concentration, and there are going to be some days where it's easier than other days, like with a physical practice, some days you're more flexible or you're stronger or you've got more stamina. Your balance might be better. With the yoga nidras, as you build up your practice, you'll notice that some days you very much quickly relax into it and follow along, and other days you may fall asleep, which is great. Some people say that half an hour of yoga nidra equals 2 hours of sleep, because it really is that deeper state of relaxation. But in an ideal world, you're harnessing that state between sleep and wakefulness. So you're aiming to stay awake, alert and aware, but in that relaxed state. So going easy on yourself, welcoming all the feelings, but giving yourself permission to notice when you want to move and checking in with yourself. Do you want to scratch that itch or make yourself more comfortable? Or do you want to notice that there's a part of you that wants to move and make that decision to increase your capacity for discomfort, as long as it's very mild? This is very much about relaxation, not endurance. But by recognizing our choice and our agency, sometimes we automatically respond and react and do things. And one of the elements of this practice is you might have an itch and you might decide, actually, there's more to me than this itch, and you observe it and it dissolves. So only you know how you're feeling and what you need or want to do. It's very much about relaxation, as I said. It's a practice in itself. I hope you enjoy it, and you can let me know how you get on in the reflective feedback form, the high tide bit. But for now, make yourself as comfortable as you possibly can. If you're lying on your back, you may want to grab a pillow or a yoga bolster or a few cushions and put them under your knees to help support your lower back. Especially for Mother Earth Day on Thursday, it's really about connecting with and relaxing to the support that's available for you, letting yourself be held, letting yourself be nourished. So you might want to grab a blanket, you might want to grab an eye mask or a t-shirt, something to place over your eyes. You're withdrawing the senses, bringing your awareness and your attention and your focus onto what's going on for you. So letting yourself get comfortable. If you feel more comfortable sitting down, that's absolutely fine. It can be advisable for people with lower blood pressure, because you may feel a bit dizzy if you're lying down, or a little bit headachy perhaps. If you feel more comfortable lying on your belly or on your side, do what works for you. Let this be part of your mindfulness practice, and let yourself honor your body's wisdom in terms of how you want to start this practice. And as I said, if you need to move, if you choose to move, absolutely fine. And also you can choose not to move, you can choose to stay still and to be very present. So notice the sounds that are inside the room and outside the room, maybe sounds you can hear through the internet from here. Not judging them, simply noticing them. So naming them, using your peripheral hearing. It may be that you're somewhere very quiet and peaceful. It may be that you have a lot of noise and you have an internal dialogue about how annoying that noise is, or how you can't do it properly because it's too noisy. Recognizing that if it's noisy, it's harder to feel peaceful and relaxed. It makes it more of an advanced practice, but life has challenges and interruptions and intrusions. So I encourage you to add compassion to yourself. Recognize it might be harder to focus if there's noise outside or inside, and just go extra easy on yourself. If you already have a sankalpa, bringing that to mind now. If you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. A sankalpa is a positive intention or resolve, and it's something that we're working towards that comes from the heart. It's something you genuinely want for yourself. Mine at the moment is I'm becoming an excellent driver because I'm learning how to drive. So it's something that you can believe in, even if it's a bit of a stretch to believe in it, but it's something that lights you up as you imagine the reality. And I'm encouraging you to use all your senses as you imagine the reality now. So you're not deluding yourself, you're just harnessing the power of the unconscious mind, using your imagination for good rather than all the times we imagine the worst. So let yourself picture how you're going to look when your sankalpa has become a reality for you, how others are going to see you, how you're going to see yourself, other things you can see. So maybe where you are, what you're looking at, what you can hear, what others are saying to you if there are others around, any noises from nature or music or your self-talk, noticing the most prominent emotion you feel, like imagining your sankalpa becoming a reality more easily, more enjoyably than you ever could have imagined. What is the most potent feeling? What is the most powerful emotion? And also thinking about what you can feel physically. So maybe what shoes you're wearing, or if you're barefoot, or what you're standing on, or what clothes you can feel on your skin, what kind of temperature, what kind of weather or air conditioning, or what kind of sofa you're sitting on, or whatever it is. Make it as vivid as you can by using your senses to bring it to life in your imagination. And also thinking about any smells or tastes that might be involved. You may want to create a sankalpa mood box for yourself after the practice, like something you can do over a week or a month, or keep letting it evolve, but have little reminders that are coming to you now so that you can really ground it in between your yoga nidra practices. But for now, let yourself just rest in a sense of, wow, you made it happen. Your sankalpa is your reality. And notice how it feels to trust completely in it working out for you. Letting yourself exhale more deeply, potentially, letting yourself sink more securely into whatever it is you're sitting or lying on. And beginning the rotation of consciousness as you let your sankalpa go for now, and bringing your awareness to your right hand thumb and mentally following along as we move around the body. So there's no need to move anything, just simply notice right hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, fourth finger, and the little finger, the palm of the hand, the back of the hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, right side of the waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, shin, ankle, top of the foot, sole of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the little toe. Bringing your awareness now to the left side of the body and the left hand thumb, index finger, middle finger, fourth finger, and the little finger, the palm of the hand and the back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, left side of the waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf muscle, shin, ankle, top of the foot, sole of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the little toe. Bringing that awareness now to the very base of the spine, the lower back, the middle of the back, and the upper back, the right shoulder blade and the left shoulder blade, the back of the neck, the back of the head, now the front of the body, the pelvis, the reproductive area. And if you have a womb or had a womb or can imagine a womb, connecting with that mother energy that all humans have, whether mothers or not. the lower abdomen, the navel, the upper abdomen, the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, the middle of the chest, the throat, the face, the right ear, the left ear, the right eye, the left eye, the nose, the mouth, the teeth, the tongue, the jaw, the whole of the face, the whole of the head, the whole of the body, getting a sense of the whole of the body supported by the earth. No need to expand or contract, letting yourself feel that connection. Letting yourself feel that nourishment. Finding a part of the body that feels cooler, using your imagination or your memory to think of a time when you felt cold, pleasantly so, connecting with it now. It may be you feel it most strongly at the part of the body that felt cooler naturally, or it may have moved to where you remember, but really connecting with where that coldness, that coolness feels strongest in your body. Making it as vivid as possible for yourself and letting it go. Finding a part of the body now that feels warmer. Using your imagination or your memory to think of a time when you felt even warmer, maybe pleasantly hot. Really connecting with how that feels in your body, even as you think about it now, even as you imagine it or remember it now. And going back and forth in your own time, feeling one then the other. Possibly feeling both at the same time. That's an advanced practice. But we're connecting with that part of you that's more than all the feelings, that observer part, that higher part. Letting them both go for now. And thinking of a time or imagining a time or remembering a time when you felt completely held by the earth, completely. So you may have been lying on grass or on a beach or hugging a tree or in the ocean or in the woods or on a park bench or looking out your window at a squirrel, whatever it might be, a moment that you connect with of feeling you're part of nature, you're held by Mother Earth, and it feels good to be alive. Letting yourself make that memory or imagining as vivid as possible. Knowing just you're part of nature. Of course you're held. Letting it go for now and using your imagination or your memory to think of a time when you didn't, when you felt out of sorts, where you felt at odds with nature in some way. Maybe you didn't feel like yourself, maybe whatever it was, just connecting with how that feels, that slight disconnect with the abundance and beauty and magnificence of the world we share. So again, in your own time, switching back and forth, feeling one then the other, that sense of real connection, real support and nourishment and healing and gratitude, and that sense of disconnection, that jarring. Noticing if it's possible to feel both at the same time. Again, advanced practice, so don't put pressure on yourself. And letting them both go and allowing that intuitive part to come forward, being open to any insights, any intuitions, any images, any words. It may come now, it may come later on, but being open to that intuitive part guiding you to show more care, more love, more compassion, more respect for yourself, for the earth, for your environment. Letting yourself be surprised, or letting yourself enjoy the predictability, just being open. Letting it go for now and allowing yourself to connect with that inherent joy that is your birthright. So it may be bubbling just below the surface. You may already be giggling, or it may be deeper, hidden away. You may want to use your imagination or your memory to think about a time when you felt real joy, real contentment, real happiness, getting a sense of where it felt most embodied in you, where it might have been rumbling in a certain part of you, or you may have felt a lightness or a tingling, or whatever it might be, getting a sense of how joy feels in your body and really recognizing how important it is to let yourself be in your body, let yourself connect with that joy, let that joy guide you as you move forward each day, or sideways or backwards, whichever way you choose to move. Noticing how you feel as you connect with that inner joy. And it might be that some sadness comes up if joy hasn't been so accessible for you lately. It can be a reminder to make more time for joy, for fun, for play. Really connecting with where you feel it in your body. Letting it go for now and allowing yourself to connect with that limitless, expansive part of yourself. Being open to the idea of yourself as a star in the galaxy, or a drop in the ocean, a grain of sand on the beach, a leaf on a tree, a blade of grass in the meadow, a petal on a flower, something completely unique and complete, and also part of something bigger. You don't have to do it all alone. Noticing how it feels right now to connect with this limitless, expansive part of yourself that's so much bigger than anything you've been through, everything you've survived, everything you're worried about now and in the future. Letting it go for now and bringing your awareness back to your sankalpa from the start of the practice, that positive intention or resolve. Letting yourself again use all your senses to make it as vivid for yourself as possible, and also being open to any additional insights, potentially a next best step that you feel really eager to take, something so small, something so easy, it almost can't help but take itself. Letting it go for now and bringing your awareness to the breath, and using the breath like a gentle breeze to sweep away any energies that no longer serve you. So as you exhale each time, imagining the breath really gently and effortlessly releasing any energies that aren't authentically yours out through the body, out through the tips of the toes, out through the fingertips up through the head and out through the crown. And when you've gently allowed those inauthentic energies to be released, letting the out-breath be one of love, of light, of nourishment, of connection to the earth, golden, glorious energy, and letting it heal you from the inside out. Imagining like golden, molten lava loving every fibre of your being as with each exhalation it goes down through your body, out through the tips of the toes, out through the fingertips, up through the head and out through the crown. Noticing the body beginning to let you know what it needs. It might need a stretch. It might want you to hug the knees into the chest, maybe wriggle fingers and toes, but allowing yourself to move your body with love, with care, with ease. You've been still for a while. When you feel ready, bringing your awareness back to the room you're in and allowing yourself to come back to a seated position if you were lying down, and returning to normal awareness, letting yourself feel refreshed, recharged, ready to have a delightful rest of evening, rest of week. You can revisit this anytime you choose, and you might want to spend a few minutes journaling on any insights to help you ground